Good morning. This is Pastor Jason of Kona Faith Center with the word for today. And the word for today is endurance. We have need of endurance. He who endures to the end is saved. Last man standing wins. James today says to wait on the Lord and be patient. And he says, see how the farmer is patient for the crops. Sometimes we think this means just sit around and do nothing, but that is not what it looks like it means, because the farmer has a lot of work to do in between planting and harvesting. I worked on a farm for a year. Man, I worked a lot between planting and harvesting. And we do too as Christians. We got a lot of work to do between sowing the seed and reaping the harvest. So we got to be patient. I find it interesting that he says, strengthen my heart, the coming of the Lord is near. Strengthening is part of patience. The only way to strengthen muscle is to lift weights. I have to lift weights consistently to strengthen my muscles, but I have to lift more weight to strengthen my muscles more. I'm amused that every generation, from the ones that were with Jesus when he was on the earth till now, thinks that their generation is the last one, that Jesus is coming back in their lifetime. Maybe the instruction here is more like live as if Jesus' return was imminent. Then he says something radical: don't grumble. Wow, easy to say, not so difficult to do. I mean, difficult to do. Whoa, I have need of endurance. And I want to say it takes some endurance to stay focused enough not to grumble, because it's so easy to grumble. I find it interesting that they talked about Job's outcome. Look at Job's outcome. And you got to look at his outcome, not what happened to him, not how the devil came in and tried to steal and kill and destroy, but look at what happened to Job after all of that stuff. He was blessed far beyond what he was before the attack of Satan. And let's be clear, this was an attack of Satan. What I hear the Lord saying here is focus on the promise, focus on the blessing, focus on the future. And then he says something really interesting: let my yes be yes and my no, no. I'm wondering if this is not especially in the area of focusing on the promise and the blessing. Yes, Lord, every promise of yours comes to pass. Yes, Lord, it's your will to bless me. Yes, Lord, if I will endure. Yes, Lord, if I will be patient, the promises and the blessings will come to pass. And then he adds the kicker: effective, fervent prayer of a righteous person is very powerful. King James says avail much. And the point is what? Our prayer matters. And we got to keep praying until it, whatever it is, the promise, the blessing, manifests. And we have to endure in prayer until we receive the promise. For all of the promises of God are yes and amen. The word for today is endure. So practice some endurance today. Lift some weight today. Get strong someday. Focus on the promises and the blessing today. God bless. Check in tomorrow.